You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV Saturday Night Live After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's SNL After Show.
Yeah.
Oh, I do know this
see,
song.
YOLO, this one.
YOLO.
Yeah.
What's this stand for again?
You only live once.
Right.
So YOLO.
Hashtag YOLO.
YOLO.
But you know what? We don't only live once because this is SNL. We live all season long. No, that didn't work really well, did it?
No.
But hey, it's a new year, so I can try new jokes. It works,
good.
right?
You know what? Dare to suck.
Oh, that's
matter.
harsh, man.
No, I'm not saying you suck.
That's a good bumper sticker.
Dare
Dare to suck.
YOLO. There you go, that works.
Right?
That's a new YOLO. Yes.
YOLO.
Dare to suck.
Dare to suck.
Dare to suck.
YOLO.
You'd be taken so far, but you know
I wasn't even thinking that, but okay.
Well, welcome back, guys, to a brand new year, brand new season, and we got a few new faces on SNL. But before we jump right into it, let's introduce who's on the panel with us. Keaton is back with us.
Yay.
Hi, you guys. I think I'm back officially with SNL. I missed you guys too much. Roya reeled me in.
Yep.
Got me back, and it's great to be back here. So,
Yes, it is. Danny is missing. He
Danny's flight got delayed.
yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Right?
I don't even know when. I'm already
Allegedly,
putting him
Danny's
down.
flight.
And our special guest tonight, guys, is Jasper Cole.
Hello. Howdy, everybody. Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, this is great.
I mean, you've been on MacGruber, so you have...
MacGruber.
MacGruber. Yes, I was.
So you're familiar with the whole SNL vibe of being on set with those kind of...
Yeah, but I was a huge fan for forever.
Yeah.
So getting that gig was really amazing.
Yeah.
It was weird
Did you
seeing
geek out?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were in Albuquerque. I didn't know Lauren. I didn't realize he was even producing it. I don't know how stupid
really?
I was. Like, so Seth was there and Lauren, and
Yeah.
you know, it was exciting. It was really fun.
Oh my God, I can't wait to get more. I'm going to geek out a little bit.
But stay tuned, guys. We'll get into more with Jasper Cole and his experience with everything.
But meanwhile,
let's go right into Piers Morgan Live, where he's talking about deceiving the American people. And his first person was Governor Chris Christie, played by Bobby Moynihan.
Can I just say, what a way to start off 2014 and SNL, like the first sketch to come out of SNL in 2014. I thought this was a great sketch.
Hilarious.
That everybody was very strong with their characters. And I loved that they even let the host come in the first sketch.
in the first one, yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice.
That's unusual, right?
It
I'm
is,
trying to remember.
yeah.
I don't think we've seen that much.
When I saw it, I was like, wait a second, is this the opening? I was not sure.
Right.
And then Drake just killed it playing Alex Rodriguez.
Yes.
And his lines of saying, I'm suing steroids for being inside me, and I'm suing iPhone because of their
And the
autocorrect.
lips.
Yeah. He nailed it.
Yeah, and it reminded me, like, immediately when Drake was up there, it was like, oh my God, yes, that's the guy from Degrassi, which I watched on Noggin when I was a kid. So, he is a seasoned actor. He was an actor before he was a rapper. So it was
And it
nice
showed,
to see. Yeah,
too.
it did show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, his timing is so on.
I was really impressed with it, for sure. I didn't have high hopes for him, to be honest. When I read Drake was hosting and musical guest, I was like, oh, okay. This is going to be either really bad or really bad. Those were my only two options.
It's either
I could
a train
think of.
wreck
exactly, or just a car accident.
A car collision.
Exactly. But
Right.
it wasn't. It was
He was good.
Yeah, he was driving that bus.
Yeah.
And he didn't hit anybody, which is great.
Even if I had, like, because my expectations were very similar to yours, and I feel like even if I had a little bit higher expectations, he still would have blown me out of the water, because I just was like, oh my gosh, Drake. Like, even his musical performances, I thought were simple. They were awesome. He wasn't lip syncing.
Right.
There wasn't a crazy backtrack. That girl in his second one was a little odd, but she was really pretty. So I'm gonna.
We don't know who she is.
We don't know who she is.
Did she come from the audience, or I'm not sure. Yeah. But she did well.
She did.
Considering.
You know, my favorite character in the Pierce Morgan live though was Justin Bieber.
Oh my
played by
God,
Kate
Kate
McKinnon.
killed it.
Yeah.
Every nuance. I mean, everything she did was hilarious.
Like
this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she looked like him when she wasn't smiling and her dimples weren't there, because that's like how you can tell. Like,
Right.
see a kid. Oh my gosh, it was like a dead ringer. I want to like do like a split screen like photo comparison of the two, because I don't know if I would be able to tell the difference.
Right.
I actually prefer her. Over
Yeah,
Justin.
I have
In fact, maybe she should just take
Yeah.
over for him.
Yeah.
I have such a crush on Kate McKinnon. Like she is my girl crush, and I adore her, and I think she's like the best
She's so
thing
talented.
to have. Oh, she's
Yeah.
amazing.
And the way she delivered the lines were fabulous too. And yeah, it's like a tradition in Canada that it's just egging people's homes. The writing was just good for it too. And I thought my neighbor was a chicken, so I was returning his kids. You know, you would think that she was trying to, because it looked like she was breaking character a little bit when she would smile and kind of giggle, but then you realize that's Justin Bieber and how he is when he
Right.
delivers.
She had all of his little like what are they called when you have like the ticks? She had the ticks down.
Which, when they had Justin Bieber on the show, I'm sure she absorbed all of that.
Right. He was
because-
actually pretty good, though. I know we're regressing, but...
No,
going
you can
back.
regress.
Yeah.
Regress.
No, he's another one that I was kind of surprised, impressed with.
Just the pathway he's going right now with his own
Yeah,
personal.
well, it's not good now. but, yeah,
Yeah.
But he
hey,
did a good job acting-wise when he was on.
and it helps him help us because we laugh.
Right.
I don't know. Any PR is good PR, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is that you, Keenan?
Is that my agent calling?
he's like, stop talking about Justin Bieber. You're going to be on the show with him.
That's that's your manager. You have an audition. in the morning.
I'm so embarrassed. That has never happened
That's
to me.
really your ringtone. You don't have a fun, fancy one. You
Wow.
have just the.
You don't have like
No,
rap music
This
playing?
is I'm so embarrassed right now, because it's
YOLO.
never, this is why I never have my ringer on. I always have it off, so I don't care what my ringer is, but I've had to have it on recently because people have been like coming and like rehearsing with me at my apartment, and so I have to have it on so I like can hear it.
That makes sense.
I know, but I'm so sorry.
Oh,
am
I love it.
Yeah.
so sorry.
It's okay. For when we had Maz Jabrani on our show, my ringtone was on loud, and a notification I get is you're a pirate, or a smelly pirate hooker, or whatever from the Anchorman. So it just yelled that. And I was like, "Ugh," twice, and the person would not stop texting me. I'm like, silence. So it's okay. We all make mistakes.
YOLO, guys.
Yeah, YOLO. Yeah.
YOLO.
So moving on. Well, what would you guys rate that sketch? The cold open.
Oh.
Like a
Like
scale, a
1 to
school
10?
grade. A letter grade.
Oh.
grade.
I'd give it an A.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would give it a solid A too.
Yeah, I liked it.
You don't often do that.
I don't.
You're tough.
I'm very tough on SNL because I'm very tough, but I was very impressed.
Yeah. I'm right there with you
And
guys.
it was so funny because when I first was like writing my notes and I gave it a grade of an A, I was like, I scratched it out because I was like, no, I gotta wait and see a couple more because that might just
So
be
wait,
like,
you took
Yeah.
notes and everything?
Yes,
I'm such a
I
bad
do.
student. I'm so bad.
Meanwhile, I have my laptop here.
her. She's like-
my
I
notes.
was
She's
I was
just
just
uber nerd.
relying on her
And
to give
then
me.
I have another set of notes, but I
Wow.
couldn't read it.
Those are cue cards.
This is when I was writing in the hotel room and I was watching it, and it just was scribble. So I rewatched the episode and took better notes. Okay, if anyone's wondering, I did it. All right.
we do homework here.
Yes.
We
Yes.
do our work.
And the opening monologue, I loved it. I thought it was a sketch within the monologue,
Right.
which is something different.
Which we don't see either.
Yeah. Instead of him just start rapping,
Right.
they actually did something with it.
Right.
And we learned
That
a
was
little
good.
bit about Drake.
And we saw the new cast member
Yes.
for the first time.
Sashir.
Shashir?
Zamato?
I just remember I was like, when they had the intro, I was like, oh my gosh, they actually really did
They
get
found
a black. Yeah,
somebody.
they found a black chick.
God.
Yay! Finally.
Finally.
And she's awesome.
She's great.
And she's so beautiful.
They should
Yeah.
have several.
They should.
know,
Like,
it
I mean,
doesn't-
it's hard.
It sounds like we're shopping or
Horrible.
something.
No, this is so bad.
I mean, surely there's another one they can find.
Well,
Yeah.
they added 2 more writers to the show.
Black writers?
Yes,
Yeah.
black writers. I have their name written over here. Lakendra Tukis. I'm probably really butchered that. I'm sorry. And Leslie Jones.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah.
So they're 2 new writers
Good.
out on. One of them is going to be on the show maybe randomly. They might maybe next season throw her in. That's what the article said. Could be different now. But yeah, so we got some new writing. I think we're going to see a lot more Jay Farrell and Keenan and actually good sketches with them.
And
in
did
it.
we even see Jay last night? Wait.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We saw him in the monologue.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
was the
He was the
dad.
dad. Yeah.
That's right. I'm trying to. It just seemed like I kind of missed him last night, but
he was just very
He was
quiet, but it wasn't. Yeah, exactly.
He didn't do Obama.
He didn't do Obama.
No. But he didn't. Okay, we'll get into the next one.
I'm jumping ahead.
I thought that the whole opening monologue was. I mean, again, Jacob. But Jacob just he shined.
Right.
Like, but it wasn't like he still wasn't overpowering. I don't know. I thought the whole ensemble worked so well together for that opening sketch, and I was like, oh my god!
I didn't know he was Jewish. I didn't know
he was Jewish either.
I knew he was Canadian.
I knew he was
Yeah.
And black.
Because I know all my Canadian peeps. What?
He's so nice. He just seems like a really nice dude.
I've heard really good things about him.
Although I asked earlier, am I dreaming this? Didn't he get in a fight with Chris Brown in a bar?
Well, we all know. Chris
am I right? Am I mixing up my rappers?
I think it was his people, and it was during the Rihanna phase because like Rihanna was still in love with Chris Brown. She'll always be in love with Chris Brown, but like she was kind of dating Drake, and they're like besties. And so I think he was like just trying to.
Okay.
That's why he had a line with her name in it too.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, a little diss at her in a way, huh? I had a little Rihanna cut, or.
I mean, I think he kind of is kind of like, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like if you remember when Justin Timberlake was on it years ago.
Of course she remembers. Are you kidding? She has every.
I'm not wearing my Justin Timberlake shirt, but
there was a sketch that Justin Timberlake did with Andy Samberg, and they were immigrants, and it's a hysterical sketch, but it's with Justin and Andy, and he did this kind of almost. It wasn't really a jab, but it was. He brought up dating Britney Spears, but it was in his character. So look it up. It's Justin Timberlake, Andy Samberg, and they're like Irish immigrants. It's hysterical. But yeah, he did kind of the same thing, but it wasn't. I don't think it was an insult. I think it was just kind of like kind of almost poking fun of it himself. Like, yeah, I know I've been in the tabloids.
Yeah.
Like, like I'm that guy. I dated Rihanna. Like,
I love when they can actually do that to themselves or make fun of what their choices. Yeah, exactly. Britney Spears even did it herself with the whole fake boob in her monologue. You remember that? And then her boobs started moving.
And Gaga just destroyed herself.
Yeah.
So moving.
And Kanye went. No, he didn't.
No, I don't think he would even. Yeah.
No,
Jesus?
Yeah, he doesn't. He takes himself really serious. Bless his heart.
Yeah.
I feel like a Southern mother. Bless his heart.
Yeah.
So would you guys think that would be one of the better monologues we've seen this season?
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since it was Drake out of all people.
Right. And the fact that they did that new thing that we haven't seen where they sort of incorporated a sketch into the monologue.
That was better than Jimmy Fallon's monologue. I said it, and I know Paul McCartney was his monologue. I know he was, but I just thought it was something different. It was something new, and it was fresh, and
That's
I liked
true.
it.
Yeah, it was different.
It's hard to beat Jimmy, but yeah, that's. I like the fact it was different.
Yeah.
We'll see. It'll be interesting if that becomes a regular thing.
Well,
they do.
SNL's probably going to abuse it because that's one of the things they're known for. If a sketch works, they will just
they'll use it to death.
Yeah. And so everyone's asking no more.
Yeah, every guest or every host that comes on who's Jewish, they're just going to do a bum mitzvah singing like open up her show.
And Vanessa will be in it.
Yeah, she'll be the Jewish mother regardless.
Or the Jewish brother.
She'll bring her Jacob character in.
I love her Jacob character.
So the next sketch is BET's Hip Hop Classics, the rappers before they got big. And basically 90s show, with swag or sway. Swag.
Sway.
I thought you said swag. I'm like, swag.
No, sway.
Totally wrong.
Swag.
Sway. Keenan.
Oh, this, I liked it a lot. Even though it went kind of long, I really liked it. It was enjoyable from start to finish because I wasn't expecting them to pull, for example, Rihanna being in Blossom in the opening with the new cast member.
Bashir. She was good as Rihanna.
She was great.
It was quick. I mean, it was little.
And then the smoke at the end coming out of her mouth.
That was like the button on the Rihanna part. That was just so funny.
That was good.
We had Eminem being in Felicity.
Taryn, oh my god,
that was hilarious.
I love Eminem, so like seeing like them mock Eminem and having Taryn do it, so like he got his voice down. I was like, oh my gosh, it was so funny.
And Felicity,
they
kind of pulled back for that, but everyone remembers Felicity.
Right?
Yeah.
Felicity, that time frame.
Again, strong characters.
Yeah.
A lot of like strong impersonations, which I don't feel like we've seen a lot of really strong impersonations from this cast.
Right.
But it makes you think though, because I don't believe that obviously those weren't all live. Those were tapes, and then they played them.
Right,
so do you think that might have an effect on how well they do impersonate?
Because they can redo it and retape it, and fix it, and
exactly.
Probably, makes a difference.
I mean, that's a great point. I'm gonna like now be looking out for
that.
Like,
See if it's
like you can't do it live.
Right. Let's see who actually does it live.
Yeah.
You're not a real SNL cast member.
try it live, and when the crowd's booing at you. And then Lil Wayne, Drake playing Lil Wayne in Family Matters. You all got any
was funny.
cheese?
That was
I totally
funny.
butchered that.
I don't know if I'm laughing at you or my memory of that sketch.
Well, either way it works. Yeah, but yeah, it was great. This whole thing, 2 Chainz and Jay Farrell. There he is again
There he
playing 2
was.
Chainz.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was so funny
Tashara's
when he
Cindy.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I get Drake. I have to go back to Drake as Lil Wayne because who knew Drake had that in him?
Yeah.
Right.
It was
Exactly.
and it's so funny because Drake has hung out with all these guys. You know he's been around them because he also did Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Which I was like, I didn't even realize it was Drake doing Jay-Z. I was trying to be like, what?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. I
Wow.
don't know. I couldn't figure it out at first. I was like, who's doing? Oh, that's Drake. What? He did Lil Wayne and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. He was good.
I was a little thrown off that they had him playing Jay-Z because usually it's Jay that plays Jay-Z. So
Right.
I was thrown off by that too. It was kind of good that he
it could have
did
been
it.
where Drake wanted to do it.
Yeah.
You know, we
That's
talked
true.
about what the host gets to do or not do.
Yeah.
So
and
maybe
he wanted to portray
Right.
him.
He's like, no, let me do both. I can do it. I can show you.
I got it.
Yeah. The one that I thought was kind of a little bit pushing it was the Wonder Years one with Flavor Flav as Fred Savage's adult voice. Like, it was funny, but I don't know. Maybe if they got rid of maybe Rick Ross as the red Teletubby, I can't speak Teletubby, and then
Right.
they put that one in because, like I said, it felt like it was going a little bit too long. But either way, they were very creative.
I feel like they probably just, I bet you they tried to cut it, but then they were like, they're too good. Like, I mean, because Keenan and Rick Ross as the Teletubby, that was so funny.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm sure maybe they were just struggling with it, and they're like, screw it.
We were talking earlier about I would love to see like what they cut and like they should do like an after show kind of thing of, like
discuss.
what didn't make the fight, you know, between
Send us that footage.
wouldn't that be perfect for here?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
Like
hey,
stuff that got cut or what you know how it was before and how it got edited between the two shows.
yeah, they should call in and just talk to us about it. You know?
Don't they know
Like,
who we
this-
are?
Yeah, well, they do.
Absolutely.
Jay Farrell, hello.
Jay, call
Talk to
me
us.
Keenan.
Justin
Keenan.
Timberlake.
Yeah,
Right here.
well, I'm almost there.
Right.
You'll connect with Lance, and then
Yes.
you'll let him know, and he'll
Uh-huh.
tell JT, and it's all Kevin 3 degrees of bacon
It's
type
all
thing.
separation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know who I can talk to yet, so I'll work on that, guys. I want to be able to
Kate
bring
McKinnon.
Kate, I would. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I don't know if I could speak in front of Kate McKinnon. I would just be like,
She'd really like you. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, man.
Indeed.
The ending of the sketch, I thought, was good how they ended it. I love the random with the cat in the hat. Meowing.
Literally?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a cat. What? I just fed you. And then just ends
Because
it that way.
sometimes they don't know how to end these sketches.
Exactly, and
sometimes.
I was wondering how they were going to end it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they just did something really random out of the blue, and I was like, all right, I dig it. I
Right.
like it. All right, let's end it. Cool. Fabulous,
What's your grade for it?
I gave it an A minus.
I would agree with the A-. Yeah.
I'd give it a B.
Really?
Yeah.
No pressure. You can stick with your B.
No,
You know,
I'd give it a B. No,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go down to B. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
oh,
down.
see?
I agree.
She's-
Yeah.
Get off
I mean-
the bandwagon, okay? I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I'm B.
it was, yeah.
Okay, well, A
Better
minus
than
is
a
kind of
C.
close to a B.
Right.
So,
Well, it's not a B plus, just B.
Right.
Don't push
it. Bitch. With love. Right. Biatch.
I hate
yeah,
it.
yeah, right.
Love ya, bitch.
Right. Mean it.
The next sketch, Nancy Grace.
Okay.
I wasn't that big of a fan, just because I was telling Jasper earlier about the whole. I'm not used to what's her face, Noelle Wells playing Nancy.
Yeah.
This was her first
And-
time, right?
Yeah, I believe it was from this season. Yeah,
Because we all remember Amy doing it, and I'm from Georgia, so I'm tough on the accent. The accent, she didn't have the accent.
No.
yeah.
But the sketch itself was funny. I
Yeah.
mean, the writing was funny.
I got a question for you though. What about the babies? What about the babies?
They beat
Points
that to
proven.
death. Yeah.
I agree. I couldn't believe her as Nancy Grace.
Yeah.
When I had to rewind it to be like, what, who is she making fun of, or
Right.
who is this person, and rewind it and see that it was the Nancy Grace show. And I was
You
like,
almost think Kate
oh.
would have been better. But
Yeah.
But
mean,
Kate is Kate. The
Kate
Kate
can't
is
be in
Kate for
every.
everything.
She can't be in everything. Vanessa and she can't do the whole show.
I am
so.
glad though that they did give her a chance. Noelle Wells, they did let her shine a little bit. She hasn't had a chance to really carry a sketch yet. So and I feel she's new. Like she still needs to build that confidence. She still needs to feel better about her characters, and she did it live.
Yeah.
Right.
So props to her that she did this new character live, and so I'll throw her a bone on that one.
Yeah.
She wasn't terrible, but she wasn't the best.
Like I was saying, it's just comparing it to Amy Poehler. It's really hard to let go of that image.
Yeah.
Any character that Kristen Wiig played, I would still do the same thing if someone else played it.
That's why I'm surprised they even.
Let
She
her go
did
there.
it.
Yeah.
Like the fact Amy had done
Ballsy.
it for so well.
Yeah.
That was really.
It's kind of like when they replaced the Joker in Batman.
It's like when American Idol they want to sing a Mariah Carey song or something.
Yeah.
It's like.
And I feel like that. Even when I can't even remember what his name was, who did Obama before Jay Farrow. People ripped Jay Farrow apart about it.
He
like,
was married to Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, it's horrible right now. But
Wow.
And then he had the affair with Abby Elliott and broke up his marriage. But
like when Will Ferrell, like President Bush was played by a number of different people. I think it's always there's like a little bit of like a time period where they have to kind of earn our trust again as that character. So I'll if they want to throw her in to do it again in a couple weeks, I'll listen. But
she had the confidence, which was great when she was delivering it.
Right.
She didn't hesitate.
Right.
She knew her lines. She went for it. And I can definitely do it. And we all know Nancy Grace is a little crazy, especially with her obsession with the whole legalizing marijuana thing.
Right.
But let's say who stole the show for that one would have to be Drake. As Cat Williams.
That was hilarious.
He was great.
The hair.
The flipping of the hair and everything. And he kept doing this.
And the voice.
Yeah.
Fred Armisen, by the way.
Fred Armisen.
Yes, there we go. I just listened
that was bothering me.
I just listened to an interview with him and Howard Stern, so I don't know why I didn't get that, but whatever.
What happened to Abby Elliott, who was on there?
She just left.
After
I think
they
there
had the
was
affair,
creative
she left?
differences. There was something where she just left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Something
bless her.
I don't
God
even
bless
know
her.
who that is.
Really?
She was on a few seasons.
She was good. I liked her.
She kind of was a Kate Hudson lookalike, sort of blonde.
Really?
She played.
She started featured, and then she became.
She originally started doing Zoe Deschanel.
Yes.
Zoe Deschanel.
She did Zoe.
Oh my gosh.
She originally did, and then obviously Noelle is going to do a lot better impersonation of her, but still. But anyways, back to Nancy Grace.
Right.
Cat Williams as Drake. That was great.
That was funny.
Again, Drake.
He was impressive. He got everything down with the fingers. Have you ever seen Cat Williams? Okay.
Yeah. No, I
had someone tell me I look like Cat Williams once. Seriously, I swear to God.
What?
I was at an audition at ABC one day, and this guy did a double take. He goes, "Hey man, woo! I thought you were Cat Williams." And I was like, "Okay, wait. First of all, he's black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has like, a Jerry curl, and it was just hilarious.
Was he someone that was doing the auditions,
He was
or
just
was he just
another
someone
actor
ran?
in the hallway.
That's weird.
So I was like, okay, cool.
I was gonna say if it's his director, be like, I can be. Do you want me to be? Can I get the part? You know?
So Cat Williams, yeah. I didn't know a lot of people even knew who that was.
I didn't.
But, I mean,
I didn't know who it was. I didn't know who it was, but I recognized him. When Drake, like the character came up, I was like, oh, I know. Like I didn't know what his name was.
kind of Little Richard-ish too.
Yes.
You know, Cat's got that Little Richard quality.
He does.
A little
Very
bit.
unique.
Right. Yeah.
And
Very
then
simple girl.
one line that Kate McKinnon was like, "It's Baking Bad," and I'm the one who comes knocking. I love the reference to Breaking Bad because I loved Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah.
Did you get?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So what? You made a face.
You never saw it.
I've only seen the first 2 episodes.
Oh, that's right. You're trying to catch
And
up.
I like that you didn't lie and pretend that you liked it.
My dad over the holidays binged Breaking Bad in a span of 3 days. Got through 2.5 seasons, and to the he finally left his room and was like, when you watch a show like that, you just start thinking these thoughts, and I'm like, I'm gonna take away your iPad, no more Netflix, no more Breaking Bad.
That's a
this is scaring me.
If you binge on that, that's pretty
I know.
dark, right? That's pretty twisted.
Maybe
Very
he's
twisted.
trying to get some more money. Maybe it was a thought process.
Maybe he's
for
thinking,
him, Yeah.
little side business there.
So what would you guys rate Nancy Grace? I give this one a B+.
I would give the writing an A, and I'd give the sketch a C.
I'm gonna give it a C+.
Well, explain to me why you would give the writing an A and not the sketch. How are those two different?
I just thought, Noelle, is that her name?
Yeah.
her performance brought it way down.
Okay.
So for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She just was so off as Nancy that it kind of.
Is it because of the whole Amy Poehler?
Well, I just didn't think she had the southern. There was nothing. I didn't think she had Nancy's look or even her cadence or anything.
She looked way too young and little. Like,
Right.
she
Yeah.
looked like Noelle. Like she didn't look.
She could
like,
be Nancy's daughter.
Yeah.
She'd be Nancy if she did cocaine, maybe. I don't know.
If it's in, like old age or like.
But there's somebody she looked like. Like when
Yeah.
it first started, I couldn't remember. There was another celebrity she kind of looked like, and I
Yeah.
couldn't think of who it was. It was like, who is she going to impersonate
I feel
here?
like maybe Adie Bryant could have done it, or Vanessa Bayer.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right.
Someone with more age to her. Not anything wrong with Noelle. Just
No,
saying,
no.
you know.
She'll have her
Yeah.
comeuppance.
Good effort.
She will. Yeah.
They used her a good bit. The first episode they used her a lot when she first came on. Her first time.
Yeah, that's true.
They
They
used
did,
her
huh?
more than anybody.
Yeah. Still
That-
waiting for Brooks to make
Get
more.
his
Yeah.
time.
Oh, Brooks. Every
Yeah.
time I laugh every time I see him because I'm just like, yeah, that's just Brooks being Brooks.
The next sketch, the digital short, is what you would pretty much call it, is New Year's Revolution.
That was fun.
That was my favorite and hands down all favorite music video thing for this season.
So funny.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, like just everything with Jay Farrell being no more sex toys, and you just see him. I did not expect the sex toys and him to start humping the sex toy.
That was funny.
And it was just great, It was
I liked it.
it was catchy too, and we had the new girl on there.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
She was good.
She was so good.
Yeah.
There was a lot of pressure on her, I'm sure, last night.
Oh, definitely. Especially with Drake being the
Right.
host and
I think she knocked out the part. Like,
Yeah.
she
Right.
killed it.
Yeah. And they gave her just enough so it wasn't
Exactly.
like,
They
okay,
were like-
clearly
Yeah.
we're not going to go overboard here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Drake. I thought the writing for that that song was so catchy and
Yeah.
funny, and every bit of it I enjoyed.
I think it was definitely a Jay Farrell original. Because he did
Maybe, yeah.
the
Oh, yeah, that's right.
where's that? What's that store that? God, sorry, I'm drawing blanks. H&M.
H&M.
Yeah.
The H&M Shopping Ninja.
Well, do you know what? Actually, it's not my favorite. It's probably my second favorite. My favorite is Doing It in My Twin Bed.
I forgot about that one.
Which I mean,
Oh.
it featured all the girls,
Yeah.
and
That
it was
was
just
hilarious.
so funny. It still gets stuck. in
Okay,
my
for the
head
new year,
sometimes.
this is my favorite.
Okay,
But that's,
2014.
my favorite
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
You have to beat this one in
Doing
2014.
it in the twin
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah, but
okay.
doing it in my twin bed,
That set the
That's
bar.
fair to do, right?
Right.
Diet starts now. Donuts. Or no more drinking.
No more-
bar. Or the cosplay or COS
That
play.
was
Right.
so fun.
Yeah.
And you know that they probably just were like, hey guys, just go improv
Just
it.
like, just
and
let us rip
and they,
here,
yeah,
yeah.
and they just like kind of channeled their inner role models. I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys have seen that movie,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
channeled role models and just like enjoyed hitting each
Yeah.
other and like pretending they're elves. So they all
was
have inner
funny.
nerds in them.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
they
I think
do.
so.
Definitely.
I'd give that an A+.
Yes.
A+,
finally.
yeah.
Oh, we
okay.
weren't- I just went to the
Yeah.
grade. Sorry. I'm
Sweet. No, that's. I was about to. I
I
was
just
looking at
took
my
over.
A+, and then you said A+. I'm like, did I say that out loud too? Or are you reading my mind? Get out of my head.
Yeah.
A+ for the win. Now this next sketch was Mr. Gorman, Slumber Party.
Well, 80, is that her name?
Yeah, Adie Bryant.
She killed it in that.
But I don't think it was. I think she was
She was
kicking ass, but the
good.
writing was bleh.
Yeah, it was like she kept it going.
Yeah.
But
She committed.
but
She did. I dare.
to the very end
Yes.
when she's dry humping.
Yeah, let's play Truth or Dare. I choose Dare, and I dare myself to kiss your dad. She was so creepy, and it was great.
And it was nice to see Drake because he's kind of been featured in every single sketch thus far. And it was kind of nice to see him as kind of just a supporting
Like,
character,
exactly. Sort of
with
the straight
everybody-
guy,
the
yeah.
straight guy. And again, it's so funny now because I feel like they got such good feedback when they used all the girls in that and the doing it in my twin
Right.
bed. So it was like they're all the girls.
Put
in
'em
the
all
scene. They've been
together.
doing that a lot recently. They did it with the Josh Hutcherson
Right.
episode when he did the Jesse is my friend.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
he
yeah.
did- he did that song. All the girls from the show were there, so they're kind of like doing a lot of girl ensemble pieces,
Yeah.
Right.
which I appreciate because they haven't done that a lot in the past.
I wonder how
Yeah.
many female writers they have. Do you know? I haven't even looked at the.
I haven't looked at that comparison,
Makes
but
a
now I'm
difference,
definitely
you
gonna.
know.
Well, they added 2 more females
Yeah.
to this crew for
Right,
this
the
week with the new ones.
the black
Yeah,
girls.
so
Right.
who knows? Maybe that definitely does have an influence on it. And Shashina,
Shashina.
yeah,
Shashapanuka?
the new girl is
Shashan.
she was leading that sketch too.
Right.
Even though Adie was the
She was
main
the daughter.
person,
Yeah.
she was the daughter. Yeah,
Yeah.
Had a lot more
Was it
lines.
Nazim? They don't use her enough.
No.
We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
I know.
You know.
But they did use her in
They used her in
later.
that.
Yeah. Nasim is the Indiana Rashid.
Right.
I even thought Kate McKinnon in that sketch.
Yeah.
She was like a complete again.
Right.
Her characters change so dramatically,
Yep.
and the way she can just be on and just something and do 180 as quickly as she
Right.
does.
Yeah.
And she was such a small role, but I just remember her
Yeah.
in that sketch.
She even changed her voice for
Yeah.
it
Right.
to seem younger.
She's sort of the Kristen Wiig. She's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
the breakout female, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think she's almost even more like Tina Fey.
Yeah.
I think she's I don't know, she seems more calm and collected than Kristen Wiig was.
Well, fun fact about Tina Fey. She was actually the new girl was a part of the same school that she was a part of. Tina Fey. So she had the same coach as Tina Fey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were they
So,
Second City?
She was Upright
Oh.
Citizen Brigade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
UCB.
she graduated from University of Virginia. And yeah, so she was in the
She's
same
young,
improv
right?
troupe as Tina
She's
Fey.
young. She's in her
Yeah, she is 27.
Okay.
Yeah, I did my little research beforehand. Yes, guys.
I
yes.
know a couple of
UCB.
actresses who did the show, tried out for it,
Mm-hmm.
auditioned.
Cool.
So-
That's
Yeah.
all.
And the two writers that they added on also auditioned for it, so
Right.
they were part of that.
So they're probably, that's a good point. Maybe they will eventually come on
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah. I mean, that's how Andy Samberg got on, right?
That's how they all, like
Yeah,
Will
that-
Forte and...
yeah.
I'm like, come on, you're like my fact checker, right?
Yeah, he was a,
Yeah.
he was a writer. Sounds good. I'll go
why,
with
why
it.
are you laughing at me?
Because you
doesn't
look
believe-
at me like
She
I
doesn't
don't know.
know.
It's
She's
just
making
like,
all this up.
smile and
Am I
nod,
making you
smile and nod.
uncomfortable?
Just a little. I'm afraid to say the wrong thing.
You
No,
don't
I'm just
like
kidding.
making eye contact with me. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Oh,
I'm just gonna keep staring.
Mr.
at you.
Gorman, Slumber Party sketch. What would you rate that?
I'd give it a C minus.
Yeah, C minus. C minus.
I'd give it
minus,
80 and
'cause I like
an
to-
A, but I'd give the sketch C minus.
C minus.
Yeah. What about the idea? Do you think it was creative?
It was like a one-note joke that just
Yeah,
went on a little too long.
Yeah.
that's true. You just wanted to cut to the humping of the chair right away, huh? Just kidding.
I didn't need to even.
I
see
wasn't
the humping of
sure.
the chair.
Again, I
Yeah.
just think sometimes the sketches don't know how to end.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that's like if it's been tried several ways. You know, if this
Mm-hmm.
is like the third thing they finalized and said, let's go with that.
Yeah. Let's see
So,
what happens. But hey,
right.
there's physical comedy that they're throwing back in, which is
Right.
great. But real quick before we move on to Weekend Update, one of the lines that I really liked, and 80 Brian's like, I'm getting an A in sex ed, as if it's like a pickup line. And then Cecily, I believe, says, we don't even have that class.
Ooh.
And plus, you're getting all D's. Like, it was just a great little attack, and you can kind of see what kind of character she really is. But anyways, let's move on to Weekend Update. Where they try to introduce Jacqueline Bisset.
I mean, you saw the Golden Globes?
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Yeah.
I kept wondering where they're going to put that
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
show.
They had to touch on that, or
What-
like something about like the scooting around the chairs because it was so awkward.
Because she was
Yeah.
seated in the parking lot for that. It's almost like they called her on the cell phone and said, you won. Could
Yeah.
you come out of your car now?
Well, and somebody roofied her before she even
Oh
got a
my
chance
God.
to come up
Yeah.
on stage.
And then, because I'm old, I knew who she was, but did you ladies know who
I
she
did
was?
not.
I didn't, but I know that when she got on the stage, she was amazed that she got chosen. So I figured
It's almost like she didn't know she was nominated.
Yeah, yeah.
Like almost like.
Like, oh man, I'm going to the Golden Globes. I don't know.
Because she was kind of sad when she said she won Best Newcomer in '67 or I don't know what.
yeah.
You know, and it's like, and you haven't been back since.
Yeah.
Apparently, but
I mean,
what
this
was
is
the
the thing.
movie? I didn't even know what it was.
I don't know. It
God
was a
bless her.
mini series.
I think it was a TV like Showtime or something like
And
that.
honestly, even as awkward as that was the best thing that could have happened to her because our generation
Right.
knows who the
Yeah.
hell she
Right,
is now.
right.
Yep.
And so we're going to want to see her like more, like, because she's like the kind of this kooky old lady.
And she
who-
was like really sexy, hot babe in the '70s. I'm trying to think who she would be close. I mean, she was English and really sexy. I'm trying to think. The Deep. I don't know.
Who would she be like?
Not Angelina, not
no,
quite that.
but she's in all the Underworld movies.
Oh
Kate-
yeah.
Kate Beckinsale.
Beckinsale,
Kate
exactly.
Beckinsale, yeah.
Yeah, she was really, yeah.
Really? You think she was like that?
Back in
Back
the day,
Really? Oh wow.
yeah. And, I mean, she's older than me.
But I
she's
mean,
like 70.
I mean,
but-
she's still beautiful.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she's gorgeous. So
she seemed like, but anyway, she seemed
Vanessa
like she
was funny.
loved-
I wasn't sure what they were going to do with that.
You don't know those people. Don't touch them. No, don't touch them.
I love when they have people in the audience that are involved that actually are audience members,
Right.
Yeah.
and you can just see they're all
just
like this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, and people are like waving
Right.
to get on.
And she just stayed in character.
Right.
It was so great.
Yeah. Shout out though, real quick, to Amy Poehler and Andy Samberg for getting their Golden Globes.
Yes.
Hello,
They got
holla.
it.
And-
Especially
and-
Andy's show. That was a big surprise,
my
which
gosh,
is great.
yeah.
Yeah.
And for Tina and Amy, their hosting
Yeah.
was phenomenal.
Yes. I would have liked to
Again.
have seen even more of them.
Yeah.
You know, more in the show. I know they can't be all hosting, but
Didn't Amy? Oh, she played the son. I thought she was playing Justin Bieber. She
Yeah.
was Tina's son from a different. Is this my dad?
She can't know. She doesn't know who the father is.
Yeah.
Tina looked they both looked really beautiful, but Tina, damn, she looks really
She looks
good now.
good.
And she was in this red dress in the beginning of the Golden Globes, and I know we're like completely like getting away from it. But I was like, holy
it's
crap,
kinda
Tina.
SNL. She's
Because on
from
SNL,
SNL.
they really didn't let her, the girls, they can't be that,
Pretty.
glamorous and
Right.
stuff. But oh my gosh, who knew
She was
Tina,
hot.
like, she was hot.
Yeah.
She's good.
Mother of two.
Right.
What?
She has 2 kids now.
She is
kids.
that, oh my,
Yeah. Well,
And
Amy has like 3, doesn't she? Or 2 or 3?
At least 2.
Yeah. Little
Yeah.
boys. I saw a picture of them. They have like blonde hair. It's amazing.
Amy Poehler one time asked me where the bathroom was, and I worked the SAG Awards last year.
Did
and
you take her on the wrong
Well,
tour?
no,
And
so-
you're like, it's actually
To
over
your
here.
car?
Oh wait.
I'm
Dog.
like walking because I was being called on my walkie, and I'm walking, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta get here, and I look up, and like right as I'm like hitting this woman, and I just kind of like, oh my god. She's like, oh my god. She saw the walkie in my ear, and she's like, oh, do you know where the bathroom is? I'm like, yeah, it's over here. And someone's calling me in my ear, and she like goes there, and I'm like, okay, wait. I'm like,
I have to go to the bathroom too.
I've never heard anything but great things about her.
Oh, she's
I have friends
very
that
sweet,
work
yeah.
Parks and Recreation. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a good lady.
That's awesome.
I love when like famous people are like.
Because there's
nice
nothing
people.
worse than when you love an actor or an actress and then you meet them, they're just total
Like a dick,
douchebags.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Not
back to
naming names.
SNL. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, Nassim comes back as Ariana Huffington.
Which she's
And-
always funny
Yes.
doing that.
And I love her reaction with Seth. It'll be interesting if she has the same kind of chemistry with Cecily when she takes over, 100%. But
Who do we think's gonna?
do you think there's gonna? Okay, so we asked every guest this. Do you think Cecily can handle it on her own?
No.
No. Do you think she needs
Do
someone?
I think she could?
Yeah, for
I think
Weekend
she
Update.
could. I don't think Lauren will give her that soon.
Do you think? Who do you think will?
I could see 2 women again. I could
Kate,
see it
yeah.
being
Kate.
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 Being
Even though
Kate.
Kate has a bunch of characters that she does.
Yeah, that is true. She does.
Sorry,
I
Keaton.
can't think of one of the new guys.
Brooks
Who's the
Wheelan.
AT&T guy?
Brooks Wheelan is the other guy. I was drawing a blank. I'm still drawing.
Yeah,
who,
yeah, I know exactly who you're talking
he's
about.
got that sort of
Newsy guy.
newscaster.
Yeah, and he has that voice too that he
Yeah,
can
and he
do.
does those maybe because of the AT&T commercials. I can see him doing it. But
I think you bring up a good point that they're not gonna. They probably won't put Kate in there just because they use her too much for characters for like the
characters.
guests.
Same with Vanessa.
Yeah, I wonder if Adie Bryant.
But she does have characters on that she pulls on there. Like she's randomly that airplane port thing.
Yeah, they have so many new features.
That was my attempt.
They have so many new featured guys
Right.
that can play that straight man
Right.
there. That I think you're right. As much as I would like to see Kate.
I can't think
Beck
of any
Bennett.
other guy. Oh,
Beck
Bennett.
Beck
yes,
BB. Beck Bennett. Yeah.
I could see him that being.
I didn't want to leave us
so what do
hanging
you
on that.
think? You would like to see
if
Cecily
she was
do
by
it?
herself, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But I definitely think I would love it if it was Kate McKinnon
Kate
because I feel like they would have a great chemistry
Tina
together.
and Amy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it'd be just.
Do you like Seth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. Yeah. I mean, I thought when he was by himself, it was kind of.
Keaton, you like Seth?
I like Seth, but I think they have awkward chemistry.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't think they have really good chemistry.
Right.
I think they kind of it seems like they just threw her in there because they're like, okay, who are we gonna have next? Let's do Cecily, and then we'll figure it out later.
Right.
Seth, just deal with it and just like
Right.
roll with it because you'll be gone soon. But we appreciate you, man. Like I feel like it wasn't
Right. It was kind of
know.
haphazard.
Yeah.
But I actually like her better.
really
than Seth.
and Seth.
Yeah. And I like Seth, but
Yeah,
I do like her.
Seth. I can't wait till his new show comes out. It should be exciting.
Sorry,
we were
what's
talking
that?
earlier about why, since he shoots both shows at 30 Rock, why he couldn't just continue to
Yeah.
do SNL also. But
Because I've worked on a talk show, not a late night show, but
It's a lot of work.
it is so much
Right.
work for everybody
Yeah,
involved.
they come in the
especially-
morning and work all day.
Oh, and then you're working into the night, and you get up and do the same
And
thing.
he's probably going to be very hands-on with the
Yeah.
everything that happens.
Yeah,
so.
which I feel like Jimmy Fallon is, and that's
Right.
why it's so good. Because
Yeah.
he puts a lot of himself
Right.
in it.
That's
so,
true.
and I think Seth knows that like Jimmy's raised the bar, and he has to go there
That's a
and make
big-
him proud. It's big shoes to fill.
It is.
Like Jimmy's just filling Jay Leno's shoes. Like Seth has to fill Jimmy Fallon's
Right.
shoes, which I feel like is a bigger task.
You know, in some ways, though, I think Seth has less to worry about. I worry that while I love Jimmy,
Mm-hmm.
Jay's audience is definitely a different demographic. So it's going to be
Absolutely,
a
yeah.
matter. Are they going to pull? Is Jimmy going to pull a younger audience, or are the older people, my age and above, are they going to, go with Jimmy? It's interesting because Jay's humor, it's kind of corny. It's a
Yeah.
little more.
I feel
We
like,
talked about that. It's a little more structured and rehearsed.
but they saw
and-
that other talk show person that they can go watch if they want to be
Arsenio?
back. No, Dave. What's the?
Conan.
No, not Conan.
Dave?
The guy with the weird teeth. I don't watch him.
Oh,
Oh.
Dave Letterman.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh wow,
like, what's-
Letterman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can go watch that.
Oh,
alone.
the
Dude.
veteran. Yeah.
Yeah.
David Letterman. Yeah.
Unless he's gonna be gone, then oops.
No, I think he has
But-
like a 10 more years on
Yeah.
the contract. Or
I
something.
I feel like like those younger guys. I mean, they're starting to reel in that older demographic
Right.
with kind of like all their online stuff. Because I mean, look at Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy
like,
Kimmel
Jimmy
has-
Kimmel kind of spans the
Right, that's
demographics,
true.
and I
Yeah.
feel like Fallon will end up doing that as
Right.
well.
Well, we have until February to see what happens because Seth is on until February.
Right.
But let's go ahead and move on. I mean, with the Indiana Jones Disney World with Rahad. Rahad played by Nassim.
Well, Drake again stole that sketch.
I feel like he's done it before.
I do
You
too.
know?
He was so energized
Yeah.
in those short shorts and did it. And like I was like, oh my god, like you were the guy at the Indiana Jones
Yeah.
thing I
Right.
went
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
So believable.
I think he's been there a lot.
The way his energy when he's like, go ahead and duck, Rahad. Go ahead, duck, Rahad. Like, he just kept repeating the line over and over, same tone. And
Yeah.
it was just like, that made it.
Yeah.
And Rahad, of course, Nassim just staring, not going anywhere. It's my race, like type of thing.
She was weird.
She was, but that was the character.
Yeah, this was my least favorite.
Something
Yeah.
about it didn't flow.
For me, the
Yeah.
whole thing, I didn't. That was my least favorite.
Maybe
of
it's
the
because
night.
Drake's energy was so high and hers was just so low.
But and again, I think it's the writing. Like I thought they both committed and
Yeah.
they did their thing, but I don't know. I just didn't. The sketch didn't get me,
I would
and it
agree.
went on a long time.
Yeah, I did kind of go on. They didn't need to bring out those
I think I
third
went to the
swords
bathroom
people.
at a certain point.
Yeah. Again,
And
they
it
didn't
was
know how
still
to end
going
the
on
sketch. Yeah.
when I came back.
Yeah.
It's like,
They just hit
did
her with
she
a
get hit
bullet.
with the ball yet? Or yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
But-
I take it you guys would give it a C.
I might give it a D.
Yeah, I'd get.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm gonna give
really
it a C
bitchy on
minus.
that.
I'm gonna give it a C minus.
No, go for it.
Just because I think that was like one of my favorite characters that Drake played.
Yeah.
I'll give it a solid C. Just
Right.
because he just was so on. And
Committed.
I mean, that was one of the later sketches in the show. He has already done a musical performance.
Yeah.
He had to be exhausted.
Right.
Yeah.
And he just gave that 150 freaking percent. Like, and nailed it.
Yeah, that's true.
No, he did, and I
What
mean,
would you give it?
C minus.
Okay.
C. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I mean,
Yeah.
I liked Nassim and how she
Right,
played that.
right.
Like that, just the concept. It made me giggle, but it did drag, and it just
See,
kind of.
she's one of my favorites. Like she has been. I just feel like they're not. She's getting sort of lost in this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's getting kind of lost in the shuffle.
I think there's just so many strong girls,
Right.
and they're,
Yeah.
they're like discovering. Oh my God, they can do this really good. So they're like trying to write a sketch for that
Right,
person or that
right.
person. So
Yeah.
she's kind of. I mean, she still gets Kimye, but you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
waking up with Kimye.
Okay.
Yep. And then the next sketch was the Newberry Detention, which they did with Miley Cyrus with the whole poetry reading by Vanessa Bayer.
Right.
And I kind of found it weird that from this point on, it kind of seemed like they just copied that idea of what they had for Miley Cyrus.
Right.
And just did it with Drake instead.
Drake.
And it actually worked, I felt like, better with Drake. Mm-hmm. But it was still not, it was just repeating the sketches, and I just wasn't,
Yeah.
kind of seemed last minute, hey, let's just do this instead. Or I,
mean,
don't know, it wasn't
the
very creative.
Funniest part of that character is when she does that.
Yeah.
That thing after every. Yeah.
Well, we're short on time, so let's just move on real quick. Morning Miami.
That's funny.
It was funny. It kind of drags again too.
Right. we kind of talked earlier, but we kind of want something to happen, like someone just to get up and shoot each other at the end or something.
And I don't think it was as funny as the first time they did it.
Right.
It was not as funny as the first time they did it. So,
Yeah.
it was better than the
I think
poetry
we would
reading
be better,
scene.
actually.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And cut.
Right. Oh, God.
And then the last sketch was I Know, which is a Beck Bennett and Kyle Mooney sketch.
Oh, you got the name.
Yeah. Really? You didn't like it? I don't think you like their style, I feel like.
Maybe that's it. I was not feeling it at all. I was like, I don't get why this
I
is
liked
funny.
it better when I watched it the second time.
Yeah.
Because I got to see it a second time.
I felt like it was a sketch I saw like in my college like improv thing. Like that's what I mean, or like sketch comedy group. Like I felt like it just was. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me.
Right.
I'm
I
sorry.
liked it because I always have those people that are like, I know. You're just like, shut up. Let me finish the story. And they're like, I know. It's just, anyways. It's creative. I like that they're giving them the power to do that, you know?
Right.
But let's just move on to you, sir, Jasper.
To me?
Yeah, let's move
Oh,
on
wow.
to you.
Wait. Overall letter grade for the whole episode.
Oh,
B.
I'd give it a B.
Okay, I give it a B plus.
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love me some Drake.
Yeah, no, I was happy with him.
Yeah. If the sketches had been all consistent, I'd give it an A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
He gets an A
Yeah.
plus, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely him for sure. He hit every character that they gave him. He delivered. It was just like we were talking about the writing. kind
Yeah.
of a little bit slacking. But yeah, I was happy with it.
Now I want to talk about you.
Talk about me? Oh, God.
So you were in
An actor
MacGruber.
has- I was in MacGruber, yes, and it changed my career. I mean, this is like my 26th year as an actor. I was a child actor, apparently. No, I'm not.
Really?
No, I had my 50th birthday, February 1st. So when you're a character actor, you can say, I actually would be better to be older. Like, I've worked more as I've gotten older and creepier and scarier looking. But no, it changed my career in the sense that getting in that big studio picture, it also gave me a lot more comedy auditions. Like, usually playing these kind of guys, I don't do a lot of comedy. I'm still playing the bad guys in comedy, but after doing MacGruber, it seems like I got into all these studio auditions. I didn't book them all, but it kind of did change everything for me.
Nice.
Yeah, and
So-
it was just great being in that company. There were so many high expectations for that movie,
Yeah.
you know. But it's kind of done really well now. It's sort of like
It's like a cult hit.
There's
Yeah.
this huge cult following that's happened. I think they are doing a sequel.
I
Now-
hope they do.
Especially now Will got Nebraska, and there's all this buzz around him.
Yeah.
So my character's killed in it. Yorma, the director, we talk a lot. I was like, well, can't I come back as maybe a zombie or something? Can't Zeke come back?
Right.
Yeah. But it was great, and to see Seth and how hard they worked on that script, and you know.
So what was your favorite moment being on set and working with Kristen, working with
Working
Will?
with Kristen. My favorite moment was offset. We all stayed in the same hotel, and she and I. It was one of those glass elevators where the lobbies, you know, inside. And she and I got in the elevator one day, and this woman got on, and Kristen's just one of those, like, she's just funny, like even when she's not doing anything. And this lady came on, and she was covered with turquoise jewelry, like from Santa Fe, like it was literally every piece of her. And so when the lady got out, Kristen's like, I really want to try this character. I've been wanting to do this woman. And I don't know if you remember that the 2 episodes into that next season, she tried this character. It was a woman that wore Santa Fe jewelry, and she ran a crystal shop. It didn't go. She did it one time. But it was fascinating. She made me laugh the entire time on the set, too, because she would
look that
improvise. Yeah, it was...
Do some, you know.
What year? So we did this in 2009. So it would have been the 2010 season.
I remember
think.
it was when I was in college because my college, the main bar at my college won for Will Arnett and Ryan Phillippe to come.
Oh,
And
wow.
like we had a screening at our school and they came and partied like at this bar with us, and so everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh wow, that's funny. Yeah, so she tried the character one time,
Yeah.
but it didn't make it. But she would improv on the set. There's a scene when my character's killed, and afterwards she comes up and she's supposed to say, I peed my pants or whatever. And they just let her go on for like 20 minutes, and we're dying. We're on the floor laughing because she just makes shit up, you know, like, yeah. So it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she is as cool as she seems.
Totally cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, really unpretentious. And this was, you know, the summer before Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
So she hadn't really
Blown up yet.
blown
yeah.
up yet. Yeah.
Were you on set at all the day when they shot the part when he was on top of the tombstone. Like,
No, I didn't until I mean I had read that in the script,
God.
but until I actually saw it, you know what I mean? It was hilarious. Yeah.
That's what I just think of that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Honestly, I actually have not seen the movie. This is really awkward.
Oh no, that's, now you can.
No,
see
yeah, now I'm gonna see it for
it's
sure.
Really
I mean,
out there, you know. It's
It
pretty-
is,
yeah.
but it's.
Keaton keeps calling me out on stuff.
I'm so sorry, but I love MacGruber.
Yeah. No, I love the character on SNL. I love the fact that they pulled it out and made it into a movie, and it was successful because
Yeah.
you know, Ladies Man wasn't successful when they tried
Right,
that,
right.
so it was kind of I was skeptical about that whole
Right.
thing. But you know what? You got another movie coming up, Captured, correct?
Yeah, I have the film Captured. Brittany Coran, she was a Men of a Certain Age. She was Ray Romano's daughter, and she's on Twisted now, that new
CW show?
yeah, or
ABC Family. Yeah.
And Kristen Prout, who was in Twilight and KYX. What was that series?
Kyle.
She was the
Oh,
sister
Kyle
in
X.
that. I'm aging myself. Yeah, great. I mean, I was really the older person in this movie and the creepy groundskeeper, but it's about a rock band who want to go back and film a video at Brittany's character's home, and I was the groundskeeper that knew her as a kid, and anyway, and a lot of shit happens when they get back there. And then I have one called Model Home, which is Monique Gabriella Kernan from Half Nelson and Kathy Baker, and that's when this whole foreclosure happened with houses. Instead of just they actually hire a family to stage, like how you stage a house, but now they would actually hire a mother and a son to live in the house. So it's taking it, but they don't realize the mother's bipolar and crazy, and so all this shit happens with her.
Jeez.
Can we curse on this show?
Yes.
Okay. And so I play a guy Walker who gets kind of kidnapped by Monique's character and taken in and held hostage, and I'm tied up in twine the whole movie, my teeth, my hands.
Oh, wow.
Talk about 2 hours of makeup and
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, were you like sore afterwards or like?
Just sore, and it's amazing what you have to do as an actor when you think, when you can't really talk right, and you have to do. It's sometimes harder to act not speaking.
Oh yeah.
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 In fact, I think I'm better as a mute because I did a horror film, Hansel and Gretel, last year, and my character was a mute. He was the killer, and actually, when I watched it, I thought, this is some of my best work. Maybe I should never speak again.
Become a mime.
Right. But I just finished The Purge 2, the new.
Oh.
Did you guys see the first one, The Purge?
I can't watch scary movies, especially The Purge, because that
was-
concept.
Right. It's a brilliant concept.
It is a brilliant concept.
Yeah.
Do you know what the concept of The Purge is?
Yeah, isn't that the one where there's no crime?
For 12 hours.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a 12-hour period where it's lawless, everything. There's no 911, no.
Yeah.
You're basically purging the unwanted
Yeah.
from society, murders or whatever happens.
So there's a second one coming?
They're shooting. Yeah, I just wrapped my part. I
Oh,
play
sweet.
a deranged homeless guy, but there's a typecasting. I live in a Dipsy dumpster. I mean, literally, I was in a Dipsy. I said it. It was like a little studio apartment in New York. The set designer and I were laughing. We're like, you do realize this would be $1,000 in New York, but yeah, it's this one takes place more on the streets. It's a much bigger.
Okay.
It's like a $30 million budget.
Wow. Well,
It's
that's,
Michael.
I mean,
It's Michael Bay. And,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Michael
Where the first one was really low budget, but it made a shitload of money. So
like Paranormal Activity.
same
First one was, like,
same producer,
yeah.
Jason Blum.
Nice.
Yeah.
First one was super on the cheap, and then
Right.
yeah, the good writing.
Although the
and-
director was telling me, James was like, Jasper, even though I've got all this money, I still only have 30 days to shoot it. So it's kind of like you've got the big budget,
Yeah.
but you still have 30 days.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like cramming
because
it all
they
in.
crank
balance.
those horror movies out like
Right.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking for this comes out in June. So I mean they're filming now. They wrap in like 2 weeks. So
Oh,
that's a
sweet.
quick
So June.
post.
Look,
June.
look for it.
Purge 2.
I know.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
want to. I'll like suck it up and not be scared to go see you in it.
Well, this one is more it's more action. It's a lot of action.
Okay, cool.
Instead of more horror.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I can handle it.
Yeah.
Keaton's like, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it.
You can do it. Yeah. Did you like Friday Night Lights?
Yes.
Zach Gilford, who played one of the lead quarterbacks. I never saw it.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
stars
yeah.
in it. I don't know which one. He was more the all-American guy.
Yeah,
I like-
yeah.
And his real-life wife, Keely Sanchez, who's from the Glades, she's in it. They're playing a husband and wife in the movie.
Aw,
Oh, isn't that sweet?
that's adorable.
Cute. Well,
Yeah.
really quickly,
Yes.
you also have the on-set
Oh yeah, I have my own radio, internet radio show, On the Set with Jasper Cole, which is also live streamed. So it's really a TV talk show on YouTube, my YouTube
sweet.
channel. On the Set with Jasper Cole, and my website jaspercole.com, and Twitter is On the Set WJasper, and then also Jasper Cole Says SAYS.
Sweet.
Facebook, all the same. Yeah.
Awesome.
What
You
we're
guys
gonna
should
do-
come be on the show. I'd love to have you on my
Oh my
radio
god!
show.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, it's all entertainment. We just, cover.
Let's
I
do
try to have
it.
actors and directors on and stuff. You're an actress.
I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
There,
great.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So let's do a really quick speed version of predictions, guys. Because
Hi, super fast.
yes.
And now,
Jonah
your
Hill.
AfterBuzz TV.
Jonah Hill is the host next week with Beatles. I don't know how to pronounce her name. A band I've never heard of.
That's the band?
Beatus.
So I think Jonah Hill's gonna own it. He's got it. He's
Jonah's
on fire.
been funny before
Yeah.
on there. Yeah.
Jonah's gonna kick its ass, and I wonder if he's gonna be able to get Leo DiCaprio to do a cameo.
Or Channing Tatum from
Channing
Jump,
all over
Jump
your
Street.
Tatum.
21
Jump.
Now
22
Because they're
Jump
doing
Street,
the
yeah.
sequel to that.
Yeah.
I
That's
think he'll
pretty
be
good.
funny. He's
Yeah.
always funny. Is he
good.
fat again or thin? He
In between.
okay.
Yeah. And I feel like they're gonna. Have you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
I've got
I
the
have not.
screener.
Okay.
That's the
I just
only
saw
one I
it.
have. It's the last one I haven't seen.
I know, me too.
They're gonna definitely probably make a. You'll see it. They're gonna make a reference to that
Because
movie,
they're
for
crazy
sure. For
characters,
sure.
right, in
Yes.
the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely will probably play off of that.
I'm seeing it this week, so I'm glad I'll see it before
Sweet.
next week.
Good, because you don't want to get spoiled.
God,
you
no.
know?
Right.
So Jasper, where can we find you? I know you mentioned it earlier, but where can we find you?
Yeah, Twitter, On the Set W Jasper, or Jasper Cole Says SAYS. Facebook, Jasper Cole. I've got like three pages. JasperCole.com, and the radio show is On the Set with JasperCole.com also.
Perfect. Keaton?
You can find me on Twitter at KeatonM33, as well as on Instagram, KeatonM33, and Facebook. If you're lucky, I'll friend you back.
And maybe she'll poke you.
I might poke you.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HeyRoya. That's HeyRoya. Thanks again, guys. And Jasper, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Jasper.
This was so much
Great.
fun. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks so much.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.